Hello, hi, once again Namaste from Bhaktapur. Bhaktapur Tourism Development Committee and Sambahak Media House are organizing different virtual live sightseeing tour. So today we are here with new destination. Hope you all are liking our programs, and if you have any destination you want to see, please comment us in our comment box. We definitely try to show in our next program. Till then, let's start today's virtual sightseeing tour.
We are at Taumadi Square. So Taumadi Square. Now we call this Taumadi Square as the taumadi Square. So taumadi literally means the big bread at the time. Ta means the big and madi is the bread. So this is the main hub of Bhaktapur. So every activity it used to took place in this big courtyard over here. And this place is famous for its two big temples. One is the Bhairabnath temple and next is the five-story Nyatapolo temple. So the nyatapolo literally means nyata means five-story and polo means the roof. And locally it's called the dega. Dega means the temple. So nyatapolo dega is the five-story, the famous five-story temple, five-story roof temple. So just have a look on this beautiful pagoda style temple. We call the temple for the Bhairabnath. So Bhairabnath is the furious form or the angriest form of Shiva. On the temple of the Bhairabnath, so Bhairabnath is the furious form or the angriest form of Shiva. So just have a look on the color of the Bhairabnath. So the bluish color, the angriest form of Shiva. So this temple was built in nearly 16th century, and once the Bhairabnath got so angry that no one can control his anger. And to control his anger, in 17th century, one of the Malla king just built the temple for the Tantric goddess Siddhi Lakshmi. So Siddhi Lakshmi is for the goddess for the wealth. So if you see the temple, and in the temple you will see many scaffoldings. So these are the impacts of the earthquake of 2015. So unfortunately, we just faced many natural calamities as well as some pandemic like Corona or the COVID-19. So in 2015, we just faced some natural disaster like the earthquake. And at that time, these big monuments just got damaged with that earthquake. So if you go through the history of the earthquake, in 1833, we would have big earthquake, in 1934, and now in 2015. So in 1934 earthquake also, the earthquake just makes some damages to these temples. And locally we do have some sayings that the saying is like that. Nyatapolo ya chatamoru, bhalya ya patamoru, which literally means the top roof of the nyatapolo was just damaged by that earthquake, and this temple was totally collapsed in that earthquake. And this was restored later on. And you can see the new structures, it was renovated by the local government, the municipality. And up there you can see the renovation is going on even in this pandemic. So even in this stage, the local government just taking the initiation to renovate these temples. And the local government is just conserving these monuments. So in every conservation, you do have some activities. And those activities just create the value for this area. So for example, the renovation or the conservation of these monuments just help to create the value of this area, and the local people just capture those values and convert those values into the money, or they just conduct the financial activities. Like for example, you can see those buildings and they just start the Airbnb for the guests who used to travel from different countries. So if you see the images in this temple, you can see two big iconography or the image of the wrestlers. And this and up here you can see two elephants, then lions, and after that, because of the scaffolding, you'll not see that griffins, and then after you'll see the lioness and the tigress. So it is believed that the wrestlers are 10 times stronger than the normal people, and elephants are 10 times stronger than the wrestlers, and so on. So on the top of these steps, you will find the big image of Goddess Siddhi Lakshmi. So people believe all these images are the guards or the protectors for the Siddhi Lakshmi. So Siddhi Lakshmi herself is the goddess of wealth. Every year, we used to have a big festival called Biska Jatra. So it falls in the month of April. So in every year, we'd have a big festival, and on that festival, we used to make a chariot over there, a big chariot. We do have two chariots. One is the bigger one, and next one is the smaller one. So during the month of April, so we just like to request you to visit here during the month of April, and you will have some chances to view those festivals. So the festival is for 12 days, but it was celebrated for 9 days. So on that days, on the first day, we do have a big chariot. So we are just standing in the middle of the upstream and the downstream. So this is the borderline between the upstream and the downstream. And in the downstream, we do have the working class, and whereas in the upstream, we do have the business class. So every year, the working class people and the business class people used to gather around here, and they used to pull the chariot from both sides. On that festival, the people, those who can see that festival by staying in these areas, so just have a look on the structure of the temple. The temple just look like a monastadium. So those who can stand on the crowd, like the old age people, the women and the children, they can stand around. So they used to watch the festival by staying on those steps. So it just looks like a stadium-like structure. So it's especially for those festivals.